there is a reality TV show on ABC that's now coming on Wednesdays. It used to come on Mondays after The Bachelor, called Claim to Fame. Let's get into it. For those who don't know, Claim to Fame is kind of like your Big Brother type of reality show, in that a bunch of people live in a house. Each week, there's a way where they eliminate each other from the house. Survivors like this as well. At the end, the last person in the quote unquote house or surviving or last is the winner. Now, how do they go about eliminating people? It's called Claim to Fame because everyone in the house has a famous celebrity relative. And the goal is to figure out who everyone's celebrity relative is. So they have a bunch of competitions. They do all that, blah, 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 blah. And every episode, every week, every day, whatever the time period is, they have a guess off. And that's where, like, let's say I am the guesser, because of the competitions we played. I have to choose one of the other housemates to guess and say, okay, this is their celebrity. So I'm the guesser, and I guess, okay, I'm gonna guess Brooke's celebrity, and I guess that you're related to Tom Hanks, and then it goes, no, she's not related to Tom Hanks, and I'm like, oh, so I go home because you're related to Shania Twain, or I'm just making. But
before he goes home, they reveal who his celebrity.
Right, and it turns out I'm related to Denzel Washington or whatever. So, but if I were to guess you right, I say Shania Twain, and ding, 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 you go home, and I don't have my celebrity guess, and I stay in the game.
Yeah. Which, did you say this? The challenges give them clues.
Yes, also,
for guessing who they are. And if you win the challenge, then you get to go into the wine cellar, and you get to choose a clue from one person.
Right. So we have, that is the main mechanics of the game. It's on season 3 now on ABC. And man, it's a new reality show, competitive. And so all of the meta of the strategy wasn't there the first season. There's might have been only 1 or 2 people who were actually thinking strategically the whole time. And then the second season, we saw a little bit more and more of that. This season feels like an inflection point.
Full
where
force
everybody
strategy.
is like going off the wall, crazy, doing things that I was like, I would not have thought about. I hadn't seen that. We've never seen that before. And it's just made for some good TV. What are your thoughts about season 3 of Claim to Fame?
It's great. My thoughts about Claim to Fame in general is just like, it is so hard. I mean, these people will name celebrities that I've never even heard of. And I'm just like, how do they get them? It's so hard. And I sometimes think it comes down to, like, whose celebrity is just the hardest to guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's kind of not fair because there's no rhyme or reason. It's not like categories. Like, they're all actors. It can be actors. It can be TV
presenters.
It could be writers.
Scientists.
Like there's
musicians,
no rhyme or reason.
Athletes. Political figures.
Yeah.
We've had it all so far. I think it's what makes it such a good strategy show is because for season 1, Simone Biles' sister was on there.
Yeah.
And everyone knew instantly because she looks like her twin.
They look identical.
It's like you wouldn't even have to be on Claim to Fame to be like, is that Simone Biles' sister? Yeah. You might even go, is that Simone Biles?
Yeah.
So, but she stuck around because everyone knew who she was. So they're like, I'm not wasting.
They were like, I'll just save the easy guesses.
Save the easy guesses for when we absolutely need it. And then you have people who are just unguessable in the sense that they're related to Frank Sinatra and no one's thinking that.
Or that country guy who won season 1 or season 2?
I don't know. I don't think he won, did he? Did he win?
I thought so.
I thought he got second for some reason.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, but like country does not do well.
No. Well, for them, they do well because nobody can guess them.
Because nobody guesses them.
Yeah.
They don't fill the house with a bunch of people who love country music. So that's always like a...
So if you're related to a country music artist, you might have a really good shot of winning Claim to Fame.
Like, if it's not an incredibly popular one that everyone knows.
Shania Twain.
Yeah, but like if it's somebody no one, like that's just a little bit less popular, you're basically good until the end. So, I mean, yeah, we've got a lot of cast. I wish, and since Brooke and I don't look up spoilers, we can't be like, oh, so and so celebrities in there, so and so celebrities in there. Here's the celebrities we are sure about, though.
Okay, because we already know. Because
we got their clue. There's a lady named Naomi who's on the show. Mm-hmm. She has an insane amount of pop culture knowledge.
Oh my gosh, yes. She's the one that's like naming all these people, and I'm like, how are you even doing that?
Yes, and her celebrity relative is 100% Molly Ringwald. They give these clues when they go to the wine cellar that the winner gets from a challenge, and her clue is a picture of a cherry. Here, let me enlarge it for my co-host here. A picture of a cherry, a picture of a cherry, a bomb, oh no, that's not her. That's the wrong clue. Because I was like, how does this lead to Molly Ringwald? Mm-hmm. Hers is a bra, the letter T, a backpack, a crown, a exit sign, a bat with a club or like a club, and 4 breakfasts, like a croissant and a coffee thing. 4 pictures of that repeated. So that's clearly a brat pack, queen, something exit, club, breakfast club. Now, we don't know exactly what the clue is exactly because of the exit sign, but that's 100% Molly Ringwald.
And then there's also clues on the clue wall.
Yeah, there's a big wall
point to Molly Ringwald too.
Right. And so, yeah, and then there's other things that have happened, but she's 100%. And then her reaction to finding out that her clue was that, because the person who pulled her clue came up and told her that, it was obvious that it's Molly.
And her name's Naomi?
I believe so.
So Naomi orchestrated getting the girl out who got her clue.
Yeah, let's talk about some of the tricky things. We have had
I think we should say this. So night 1 they play like 2 truths and a lie. Uh-huh. So they have to tell 2 truths. They each have a moment to go up there and tell 2 things that are true and a lie about themselves or about their celebrity. Which also they can change their name.
Well, they can actually say anything. They can lie about anything.
Oh, they don't have to do 2 truths? 2 truths?
Well, no. They have to say 2 truths and a lie because that's the game.
Yeah.
But they can get up there, like my name's Jared, right? Mm-hmm. They can get up there and say, my name's Brian. I'm from Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I mean? Those are, now you're already off. Or I can get up there and say, like Miguel, he's changed his name to Miguel to sound more Hispanic.
Yeah.
They changed Gracie Lou changed her name. She's not from Tennessee, but said she was.
Oh, okay. So they can
that's
change.
What I'm saying. You can say anything about
They can change anything about themselves, but then when it comes to their celebrity, they could say 2 truths and a lie.
Right.
So it's kind of like you don't really know. So like someone...
But also they could also just straight up lie about their celebrity at all times.
Well, yeah, true.
That's what I was saying.
But I'm saying if they could, we'll take Emmy Lou for example. Gracie Lou. She's like, I'm Gracie Lou. I'm from Tennessee. My celebrity is best known for singing. He's won an Emmy and
whatever she said.
Something else. But you don't really know which one's true. But she changed her name to Gracie Lou in Tennessee because she wanted them to be thrown off and think that it was a country singer.
Right. So that's a strategy that's kind of existed since the beginning. They always are trying to deceive on the gender of their or the occupation or the claim or the reason the person's famous. But outside of that, like Miguel, he's done a lot of tricky stuff.
Yeah.
He orchestrated where he pretended to let his last name slip.
Well, first of all, the first night he said, my name is Miguel, blah, 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 blah. And then in his one-on-one, he was like, I changed my name because I want them to think I am
more Hispanic
than I am.
Right.
And, so then you tell what he did.
Well, yeah. So we're not going to get into that. We don't have time to do every single little beat by beat. But what I'm saying is he faked like he was just acting like he let his last name slip. Like he was pumping himself up and just walking around the house going like, "You're a Banderas, you can do this." Because there's rumors out there. He heard people think that he might be related to Antonio Banderas.
Yeah.
So they feed into rumors to justify that.
So then he orchestrated it because he told another guy, "This is what I'm going to do. You go back to them and tell them you heard me say Banderas." And so the guy did. And so, sure enough, someone tried to guess his celebrity, and they guessed Antonio Banderas, and it was wrong. I have a theory that he's related to the Jonas Brothers.
I don't think so.
I think it's all a big...
I think it's just the curly hair throwing you off.
Yeah, but that could be a thing.
But the Jonas Brothers aren't Hispanic, though.
Yeah, but the kids might only be half.
Yeah, I don't see it.
He said, "I'm trying to lean more into the Hispanic side, so he might really only be half."
Right, but
or partial.
Right, but I don't see it. Then also you had Naomi, who instantly came up with a lie about someone who was in her alliance. She made an alliance with 2 other guys, and had to quick thinkingly throw people off the scent by coming up with a credible celebrity that she knew was not related to the person she was speaking of. So we've just got a lot of deception. We've got a lot of strategy that's entered the game. And we've got, another person. The person that was working with Miguel is clearly related to Jackson.
Oh my gosh.
As in Michael Jackson and the Jackson 5.
He let it slip that his last name was Jackson.
Right.
And then as soon as he said that, we were like, oh my gosh, he looks like a Jackson.
Right. Even before that, I was like, oh, that's the guy. He's related to Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
And then and Naomi saw that as well.
Yeah.
Any guesses for everyone else's? We got the clue for HUD, I believe. And that HUD, and this is the clue I was talking about before, it has a picture of a cherry with a bomb, and then it's an artist and an owl speaking, and then a guy whose knee is hurting with a needle and thread and a thumbs up. So that's Cherry Bomb Artist Who, and then we don't know what the rest is. Knee sew up, thumb up.
That's just none of that rings a bell for me at all.
I think this is a like, and so maybe it sounds. It's like looks like, sounds like. I don't know what a knee and a thread could be. Knee thread like. Anyways, we're still working on that clue. We're gonna try to give updates on people we figure out. We're not gonna be spoiled, so don't let us know in the comments if you're like, oh, that's so and so's person, and that's so and so's person. We'd rather not do that. We really don't have to worry about it since no one really comments too often. But that is a new feature on Spotify podcast. You can leave comments. So if you have insight about any of the things we talk about on the podcast, feel free to comment. It's only been 2 episodes of Claim to Fame. Gracie Lou has gone home. She was related to John Cryer. And then another contestant who looks just like one of my aunts went home, and she was related to, I honestly forgot who she was related to.
Robin
Roberts. The
and
news
then
anchor.
Jill.
Oh yeah, Jill, because it was a double elimination.
Yeah, I don't know why they did a double elimination.
And she was related to John Stamos. I don't think people would have got that for a long time.
They look nothing alike.
They look nothing alike. She honestly doesn't talk much, and so she wasn't like giving up clues on accident.
It's always a bummer to me when they go home so early. You don't even get to see like what the clues for their people were.
Right. How easy the clues might have been. If it was, what was that show he was on? John Stamos was on
Full House.
Once it got down to obvious like Full House star, it wouldn't have been hard for them. They just would have had 3 or 4 or 5 people to choose from. So that's what we got on Claim to Fame. Is there anything else you would like to bring up about it?
I think that's all for now. No one has successfully guessed anyone yet.
Gotcha.
Everyone has gone home just based off of they tried to guess and were wrong.
Right.
So it'll be interesting when we start to see more of the guessing.
Right. Well, we thank you for tuning in to the first episode this week. This episode is ending, but again, we have more podcast content that's coming out shortly. We will talk about Big Brother. We will talk about The Mole. We'll just kind of talk about all the other things we got going on. If Brooke is still awake, we'll have a Brooke's Buzz segment.
Oh
as well. And so if you're watching on YouTube, check out our podcast. The link's in the description. And we're also on social media where you can join in the conversation with us at The People's Rose. And then if you're listening, thank you for listening. Continue to listen. Please give us good ratings. Please comment on us. And if you're listening on Apple, you give us a review. Whatever you can do to show support, we appreciate it. And we hope you're ready for a reality TV summer with The People's Rose. Yay.